If you haven't watched my previous animation, do that now because some major spoilers are coming. Link in the description. So a couple of months ago, I got this idea to make an animation about a builder. He was gonna try to set off a bomb for some reason, and then a cute kitten would appear near it. The builder would panic and try to save him while barely making it out alive. Then summer break came and I wanted to do at least one animation by the end of it. So this is how I made a short animation in just 12 days. By the way, at first this was supposed to take only 3 days, but as usual, things got out of scope pretty quickly. Day 1. I started by sculpting the builder. Haven't done this type of style in a long time, so it wasn't easy. I think I have to get better at characters because as always I made a generic body shape. Then I made a basic builder outfit. I didn't like how it turned out, so I planned to fix it later in the day, but then I got a headache, so I just went to sleep. Day 2. The headache was still there, and so I just changed his proportions to make him look less generic and improved a bit upon his outfit. Also rigged him, which means he has bones now. Then I fixed his face and called it a day. Day 3. My head felt a bit better, so I started making the kitten. I've never learned cat anatomy, but thanks to using reference it actually turned out pretty good. Things got worse when I started to rig him. His bones were too confusing for me and I tried to make them look correct, but unfortunately didn't really manage to. This will come back to haunt me later. Also, I gave up on the mouth because I couldn't make it look cute. Overall, I was pretty happy with the result. Day 4. With both of the characters done, I started making the environment. Initially, I wanted it to be a demolition site on a skyscraper in the middle of the city, but I quickly realized that would take too much time and skill to make, so I settled on an abandoned hut in the middle of the desert, since that's just easier to make. And it definitely was. I managed to make pretty much the whole environment in just one day. Day 5. I could finally start animating. Unfortunately, on this day I had some other stuff to do, so I just made the first 2 shots, which were the easiest ones. It was just some simple camera movement. Then I literally had only 6 minutes in the evening before bedtime, so I just started working on the 3rd shot. Day 6. I animated the builder lighting the fuse and the kitten walking onto the dynamite. His messy bone structure made it look like all the bones in his body were broken. I just hoped it wouldn't be noticeable in the final render. The following day I was going on vacation for 7 days, which I didn't count as animation days. It was pretty fun there. Day 7. I animated the builder getting up and running towards the kitten. It turned out surprisingly well. The next shot was also pretty good, but I ran into one problem. I was copying the run, but I had to do it manually and set up every single pose. An experienced animator would probably animate it differently, but I'm not one of them yet. Day 8. I started by finishing up the animation and animating the last couple of shots. They were fun to make. I was especially proud of the bonk, which looked realistic. My only worry was that this sequence was kind of confusing. I didn't have much time to polish it, so I just went along with it. Day 9. The blocking out phase is finally finished. It is animating a general idea of the animation before polishing it. Now I just have to finish up the rest. I wanted to animate this animation on 2s because Spider-Verse did it and it's cool. It basically means that you need 12 frames of animation for 20 frames of the final video. So I tried to do that and it didn't work out, so I put it off until the next day. Day 10. I decided to make the animation on tools manually. I had to insert keyframes every 2 frames. Unfortunately, it didn't even look that cool. The animation would have looked better on ones, which basically means that you need 24 frames of animation for 24 frames of the final video, like I had done on my previous animations. This would have probably been easier since I am animating in 3D, but whatever. It doesn't look that bad. Next time I'll try doing something like Krugston's animation. I don't know how to describe it, but I think he's just making frames when it's most needed. That looks really cool. Day 11. I finished the animation. It doesn't look that great, but I think it's good enough and I'm way outside of my deadline, so I had to start finishing up the whole video. The animation was in need of sound effects and I added them. Day 12. I found some music from YouTube's audio library which sounds like this. So I added it and made the thumbnail. The video is finally done and I am very proud of it. If you still haven't watched the animation, do that now. Compared to my previous animation, which took me 6 months to finish, 12 days was a pretty good result. This challenge showed me that even though I'm inefficient and still have a lot to improve upon, I can already make pretty cool stuff. Thanks for watching.